In this video, we're going to discuss the new features, systems, and information that was released about the new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 simulator from the FS Expo. We learned a lot more about the simulator during this quick presentation than we did the whole trailer announcement, so let's jump into the video. If you've been enjoying our coverage so far of the development of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, please consider subscribing as we plan to cover the whole development of the sim right up until past its release. The Microsoft Flight Simulator team have attended the FS Expo for the first time this year, and during the show's kickoff, the Microsoft team updated us on some new information about the new sim developments. The team started off the presentation by mentioning currently there's been over 12 million unique simmers that have been using Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. They predict there's most likely 3 million of core PC users, 3 million of core game users, and the rest make up casual users. And that has led the Microsoft team to grow their staff numbers up to 175 plus staff and growing to make this next generation sim, which Microsoft said this is going to be the biggest undertaking in flight simulation history today. The team have focused on the presentation of a few different focuses they are planning with the new simulator, and the first one they talked about career, kicking off with aviation career. Microsoft said that they have worked with many aviator professionals around the globe in all sorts of careers to make this as detailed as possible. They are now calling this aviation activity system, and it will ensure that it's close to the real world operations as possible. The team alluded there will be more variety when it comes to careers in the simulation than what has been showcased in the trailer so far, including airliners. They've received a bunch of feedback there wasn't any airliners included. They did allude there will be definitely airliners when it comes to this new aviation activity system as part of the sim. When it comes to the new sim's core and technology, the simulator will have a smaller client. All the users will be able to download what they need. The team is planning to keep more of their side into the cloud, that reducing the size of the simulator. With Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, after 33 updates so far, the team understands it's getting quite large. They are aiming to reduce the installation and loading times, as well as keep the sim available to minimum spec users. They are changing the architect of the sim while still being backwards compatible with current add-ons in the community folders. The team did also mention the new sim will have a massive performance improvements, and the sim will be multi-threaded when it comes to CPU usage. A big thank you to Protest Sims for sponsoring this YouTube video. Their products enhance your current flight simulator hardware by turning your flight controls into something closer to the real thing. The team makes different add-ons for flight controls such as Honeycomb, SciTech, and Velocity over a variety of different aircraft, including Boeing, BAE, Cessna Citation, VisionJet, TBM, just to mention a few. The current add-on I'm using at the moment is the Protest Sims new dual action Boeing 737 add-on for the Honeycomb Bravo, which features a detent flap and speed brakes. This really improves the immersion and realism of my flights. For Oz Flight Sim viewers, you can use this code AUSFS on checkout for a 15% discount on all Protest Sim products. I'll leave a link in the description of where you can check out their page, and a big thank you to our friends over at Protest Sims for sponsoring this video. One of the other focuses that the team mentioned when it comes to the new simulator was aerodynamics. The sim will have an improved physics and aerodynamic engine, and this will be given to third-party developers, and they will have more control over the flight dynamics of their aircraft that they develop. The team showcased how this was done, comparing to the 2020 system, comparing to the 2024 system, and showing how many control points there are available now on different aircraft. Microsoft mentioned the new sim will be available to handle rigid and soft body aircraft, along with tissues and rope technology have been implemented. We've seen this implemented on the trailer when it comes to the balloon, and this is going to be part of the default fleet. The team showcased some very early work when it comes to the balloon tissue work, and it shows how the balloon falls inside itself when it is deflated. The next focus, Microsoft mentioned they've had many requests over the years to improve many systems to be available with different aircraft in the simulator, and in this new version of the simulator, they've just done that. The sim will have an improved electronics, pneumatic, fuel and hydraulic systems, along with improved failure systems and a wear and tear system where aircraft can get dirty over time, and an improved payload and passenger system, and a deeper or wider avionics package and a cockpit EFB to be available with all default aircraft. The team mentions they are pretty much improving on all the current systems of the sim in 2020 and bringing new ones on board for 2024. One of the main focuses the team talked about was the digital twin. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 looks amazing, but I tell you what, they are definitely trying to improve on the environment with some new tech to increase the fidelity while flying. The team has worked out how to incorporate their photographic scenery into the whole world and then use current machine learning tech to enhance the terrain surfaces by adding 3D rocks, 3D trees, surfaces, materials, and detailed map tessellations. They actually broke this down and showed us how they plan on doing it with the new sim. The areas of the world where Microsoft could not get to in the past are now accessible as they can turn 2D ortho into 3D and enhance areas where they're not able to gain accurate data. Using these techniques, they will be able to bring the world's surface to the next level. On top of that, they have new technology to improve the static world with improvements to ground detail, enhanced tree diversity, improved cliffs, and 3D ground materials. We've seen some of this already in the recent trailer, but this will be scattered all around the world. Now that's the static world, but when it comes to the dynamic world, the sim will have a full season set. They'll have the northern and southern lights, tornadoes, and improved storms. When it comes to the living world, they're bringing tons of animals. Worldwide ship traffic's going to be included, which is a new system. Accurate aircraft live traffic, which they did mention they are modeling these aircraft at the moment, and they're trying to include a bunch of liveries. There's also improved vehicle traffic. Basically, all the things we've been asking for will be polished in the new sim completely compared to what we see at the moment in 2020. From the looks of things, Microsoft are going to be pretty open when it comes to the development of this new simulator, and they have been clearly listening to the community on all the features wanted, either by the community requesting these or seeing what third parties have done it using the same type of principles and incorporating them into the new sim. They are clearly taking this sim to a whole new level. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check out the full presentation from the Microsoft team at the FS Expo, and please smash that like button if you're enjoying our Flight Sim 2024 content, and consider subscribing to the channel as we plan on following up all the developments of this new sim. Thank you everybody for your support.